For centuries, the royal family has been a symbol of duty, power, and grace, an institution that has withstood the test of time, surviving wars, scandals, and revolutions. Yet, as with all dynasties, beneath the golden exterior of Buckingham Palace, tensions brew in the most unexpected of places. The monarchy, built upon tradition and stability, is now faced with a dramatic internal conflict, one that threatens its very foundation. This time, the drama involves Queen Camilla and Princess Anne, two of the most powerful women in the royal family, who find themselves at the heart of a struggle that could change the monarchy forever. At first glance, it seems like a typical family dispute, a difference of opinion between two women with different views on their royal roles. However, this is no ordinary disagreement. It is a battle that reflects larger, more profound questions about the future of the monarchy and the very essence of what it represents. Behind closed doors at Buckingham Palace, the stakes are high. The fate of the royal family may rest in the hands of these two powerful women, each with her own vision of what the monarchy should be. The power struggle between Queen Camilla and Princess Anne is not just about their personal ambitions, but also about whether the monarchy will evolve to meet the demands of the modern world or remain steadfast in its centuries-old traditions. To understand the full extent of the tension between Camilla and Anne, it is crucial to understand the context of Camilla's rise to prominence within the royal family. When Camilla married Prince Charles in 2005, it was the culmination of a long and tumultuous relationship. Their union, while celebrated by many, was also met with a fair amount of public skepticism, particularly due to the shadow of Princess Diana's tragic legacy. Diana, the beloved first wife of Charles, had captured the hearts of millions, and Camilla's entrance into the royal family was never going to be a simple matter of acceptance. The palace, knowing the delicate nature of the situation, made a careful decision about how to title Camilla. Initially, she was not given the title of queen, but rather princess consort, a title that acknowledged her marriage to Charles, but avoided fully embracing the term queen. This was a move designed to appease the public, many of whom still held on to the memory of Diana. But even then, there were murmurs within the royal family that Camilla was not content with this arrangement. According to some sources, she had always harbored aspirations to become queen in her own right. She had spent decades navigating the royal waters, trying to secure a place in the family's hierarchy. Now, with her marriage to Charles, she was positioned for a role that many had long believed would be hers. When Charles ascended to the throne as King Charles III, the palace made the decision to elevate Camilla to the title of Queen Consort. For many, this was seen as a long overdue recognition of her place within the royal family. Yet, for others, especially Princess Anne, it was a step too far. The change in title, for Anne, symbolized something far more dangerous than a mere shift in nomenclature. It was a sign that the monarchy was being transformed into something it had never been before, something unrecognizable, even dangerous. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, has long been seen as the embodiment of royal tradition. Unlike other members of the royal family, who have occasionally flirted with the idea of modernizing the monarchy, Anne has remained steadfast in her belief that the monarchy must remain rooted in its ancient traditions. She has dedicated her life to service, consistently fulfilling her royal duties with grace, dignity, and unwavering commitment. Anne has always been a behind-the-scenes figure, avoiding the spotlight, but never shirking her responsibilities. For Anne, the monarchy represents more than just a family. It is an institution that has survived centuries of upheaval and scandal. It is an institution that, at its core, is built upon continuity and duty. Anne has never seen herself as a star or someone to chase fame. Her role, in her eyes, is to serve the crown and uphold the values of the monarchy. And so, when Camilla was elevated to the role of Queen Consort, Anne viewed it not as an act of recognition, but as a breach of trust. It was, to her, a betrayal of the very principles that had kept the monarchy intact for generations. As Camilla's influence within the royal family grew, so did Anne's concerns. At first, Anne had been willing to accept Camilla's rise to prominence, understanding that change was inevitable. However, as time went on, it became clear to Anne that Camilla was not simply content with being a dutiful consort. She was intent on wielding power within the monarchy. Camilla began to position herself as an active player in royal matters, voicing her opinions on policy and royal affairs in ways that had previously been reserved for the monarch and immediate heirs. For Anne, this was a step too far. The monarchy, she believed, was not a place for personal ambition, it was a place for duty, sacrifice and service. In Anne's view, Camilla's ambition was a dangerous thing. The queen consort was now more than just the wife of the king. She was a force to be reckoned with in her own right. The titles she held, the influence she wielded, and the respect she commanded were all things that Anne had worked her entire life to uphold, without ever seeking personal glory or recognition. To Anne, Camilla's rise was a sign that the monarchy was in danger of becoming something it should never be, a platform for self-promotion. As the tensions between the two women continued to grow, the situation within the royal family became increasingly strained. Behind closed doors, Anne was reportedly vocal in her opposition to Camilla's growing influence. She began to question the role of the queen consort and the power she wielded in royal affairs. The clash between them was no longer a matter of differing opinions. It was a battle for control over the monarchy's future. What makes this conflict so intriguing is that it is not just a personal matter between Camilla and Anne. It is a larger reflection of the generational divide within the royal family. While Anne is a defender of royal traditions, Camilla represents the modern monarchy, one that is more open to change and innovation. The conflict between the two women speaks to the larger question of what the monarchy will look like in the future. Will it remain a symbol of tradition, or will it evolve to meet the challenges of the modern world? At the heart of this conflict is the battle for the soul of the monarchy. Princess Anne represents the old guard, the values and principles that have guided the royal family for centuries. She believes in the monarchy's ability to remain unchanged, a constant amid the shifting tides of history. For Anne, the monarchy is an institution that must be protected from the changing whims of the public. It is an institution that must be steadfast, unyielding, and committed to its long-standing traditions. Camilla, on the other hand, represents a more progressive vision of the monarchy. She believes that the royal family must adapt to the times, that it must evolve in order to remain relevant and maintain its place in the modern world. For Camilla, the monarchy cannot survive by clinging to the past, it must embrace change and modernity. This is a fundamental difference in philosophy, one that has created an almost irreparable rift between the two women. The question now is, which vision will win out? Will Princess Anne's commitment to tradition prove to be the more enduring force? Or will Queen Camilla's desire for change lead the monarchy into a new era? As the power struggle between Anne and Camilla continues, the future of the monarchy seems uncertain. For many, this conflict marks a turning point in the royal family's history. The monarchy is no longer an institution that can rely solely on tradition and duty, it must also navigate the complexities of the modern world. And that, it seems, is where the divide between these two women lies. They are not just fighting over titles or influence, they are fighting for the future of the monarchy itself. As we watch the drama unfold within the walls of Buckingham Palace, one thing is clear, this conflict is far from over. The stakes are higher than ever, and the outcome will have lasting consequences for the royal family. What will the future hold for the monarchy? Only time will tell. For those who have been captivated by this royal intrigue, there is much more to come. Stay tuned for the latest updates, exclusive insights, and behind-the-scenes looks at the drama unfolding within the royal family. This is just the beginning, and the royal saga is far from over. Subscribe now for all the latest news and to be part of this captivating story.